deep inside line. Ball crosses, goes through the nose. Leaves the 6-10.
A little bit high on that first shot, Leanne. Just trying to get going, get comfortable.
Now, I know a number of the players, Jan, talked about the lanes being very different this week, actually lane to lane even. They're playing a deep inside shot tonight. Was anybody practicing playing outside?
A couple of players actually not setting the ball down outside, but projecting the ball. Their break point, Leanne's break point was pretty far right, maybe off the fifth board, fourth board. Nikki Giannoulias threw a few shots with a break point that far right. So I think we're going to see all different lines, all different angles tonight. That's what I saw all week long.
Lisa Bishop from Belleville, Michigan. Again, we heard her talk about her aspirations of being Rookie of the Year. She's got a great chance, already won an event this year, the first tournament of the year.
Her first tournament as a member, the only other player to ever do that, Anne-Marie Dugan, and we all know how she's progressed in her career, so it's a good start for Lisa Bishop.
Absolutely, and that tournament I want to mention was the Clabber Girl Greater Terre Haute Open in Terre Haute, Indiana. And that was back in February.
Changes balls to cover her spare. Players doing a lot of that. Spares were tricky this week, Leanne, on the left side, even with a plastic ball. Plastic balls were hooking, and then you'd move to another lane. The middle of the lane was a little tighter, and you'd slide by them. So the player that can really flatten it out and throw it straight is the one that's going to succeed on spares.
Pretty high television pair average. I think maybe a 235 game tonight might advance her into the next match. Comes out strong in the second frame.
As I said, sixth show this year for this lady. We've seen so much of that. You just mentioned talking about Marianne, just got the monkey off her back last week. Carolyn Doran-Ballard, 6 consecutive shows, no win. A lot of that talented players really rising to the top, but just not able to break through and win.
Carol Giannotti finishing 6th last week on the first stop on the ball course. That she's felt like she's been bowling very, very well, and it obviously shows by her consistency throughout the year. 1992 runner-up to Player of the Year.
Carol's mic'd tonight, so you can hear her. I just heard her say, "Nice shot." I don't do the Australian accent too well.
I was going to say, and of course with the accent there. And again, flattens it out, shooting the 10-pin.
Carol holds the ball about chest high. It's a 5-step approach. Watch her push away. She pushes up on 1 and out on 2. Just wants to get that ball moving. Real free, relaxed swing. Nice deep knee bend. Cupped wrist at the finish. Gives her a lot of rotation on the ball. Left arm back for balance. Carol's worked on getting that ball moving. She wants the clean flow so it comes off her hand crisp and quick.
Well, she does not take much time on the approach either. Does that help in getting her ball off her hand quicker?
For Carol, that's what Carol likes to do. That's one thing that's important about bowling, and a good point, Leila, is that do what's good for you. Carol needs to move. She wants to get up there and go. To her, she knows what she's doing when she steps up and doesn't have anything to think about when she's up there. Now Lisa, a more deliberate player, takes a little more time on the approach.
Looking for 2 in a row. Here. You heard her yell, Carrie, and the pins followed direction. Actually, now with an 11-pin lead.
She's going pretty much setting it down just left to 10, out to about the 9th, 8th board, and coming back a real direct, tight line. She played that a good part of the week, but she was really all the way from the 5th board to the 17th board, depending upon the round.
She plays the lanes a lot more direct than any of the other 4 players on the telecast.
Yes, she does. One of the straighter player, she's the straightest player that made the show.
Whoa! Big break there as the 6-pin topples at the last minute, leaving her with a makeable spare.
Okay, well, she's starting off much better than we saw her last night, Leila, when she needed to make the telecast in the lead by 101 pins over 6th place, which was Wendy McPherson-Papanos, and started out with 3 out of 4 opens, and Wendy actually caught her in 5 frames. And then she relaxed, and Lisa relaxed after that, thinking it was over.
Well, Carol, she seems pretty relaxed tonight. She currently has an 11-pin lead. We'll have more action from Ebonite Galaxy Lanes when we come back.
And she's made a lot of changes, Leanne. One of them, the first one being, I know she changed to some different grips that didn't quite cut into the fingers so much. Then getting blisters. Oh, great break.
Oh, with that trip 4-7, things are going this lady's way. We will have more action from Ebonite Galaxy Lanes and the Lady Ebonite Open when we come back. Don't go away. We're back. Carol Giannotti block trailing by 21 pins with only 3 frames left. Beautiful shot on lane 12.
Well, she needs to get him going. She can... would force Lisa Bishop to throw a double in there somewhere and stay clean.
So a big shot here in the 9th frame. With career earnings of over $505,000 in her 10 years on tour, Carol Giannotti Block recently married a year ago to Neil Block. They'll be celebrating their anniversary here this Saturday, I believe.
The 31st.
The 31st. Oh, again, does not trip out the 4, barely gets out the 9.
Wells is driving a little hard on lane 11, which is probably why Carol chose to finish on lane 12. Like they hold a little bit better on 12.
Carol's last title came in '96. She won the big one, the Samstown Invitational. What a way to end a season.
Covers the spare, but at this point, best score she could choose, 204.
Well, Lisa really pretty much has to stay clean.
Right.
Because she is not working on great pin count here, so it could turn around for her, but she likes to come from behind, she says. So you can see 97 events, good amount of cashes in those events. And that pretty much wraps it up.
No nerves there. And she did. She's really been ahead in this match throughout. When she talked to us last night, as you just mentioned, she does like to come from behind. Winning that first title from behind, as I was trying to allude to earlier in that match last night. So you can see a 31-pin lead. She was able to come on strong after she thought it was over. She thought Wendy was going to beat her because she knew the talent Wendy had. Wendy had already caught her with the 100-pin lead. And then she relaxed, and then she could score when she needed it. So it's kind of interesting.
I think that will all come with the maturity and growing out here on the tour. Again, it's her first year, and you know, very, very talented player. It's just trying to get the mental game to go along with it. And like you mentioned, she pretty much defeated herself last night going into that position round before she ever threw the first shot. Here she had a 101-pin lead, and she just said, but I know this woman can strike. And she pretty much defeated herself, and you don't do that out here. You talk to any of the top players, and they're going to come out striking in the beginning. And
it is a normal thing, though. I remember when I first came out, I wanted to, it was easier to come from behind, because then it's just, hey, go for it. You have nothing to lose. But when you're on top, that's a hard thing to handle, to realize first to have the confidence that you belong there. That's a hard thing when you're first out. And then to stay up there, you tend to get a little bit conservative, a little cautious instead of going for it.
Well, her first telecast she made in Terre Haute when she won that event, Jan, she said she came from 7th, shot 250 to make it into the telecast. So again, a come from behind type of position to be in. All of a sudden she finds herself on the show in 5th. What do you have to lose? She goes up the ladder. Well, beautiful game by Lisa Bishop. She shoots 242.
I know Carol wants to say happy birthday to her dad, Bruno. Sorry, it was a better birthday present.
Well, that's right. Well, Carol Giannotti will have to settle for 5th place this week, a check for $2,600. Coming up, we'll have match number 2. Lisa Bishop has earned the right to take on the 1991 champion of this event, Leanne Barrett. Don't go away.
What do you think?
Feel good.
He's covered his tracks.
It does take a special kind of person to do this job. Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Action Movies channel.
$10,000.
I'm the one that's trying to hold this family together.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Black Cinema channel.
You've been selected.
You're crazy.
You have a sickness.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Movies channel.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I have never wanted anyone more.
You don't want to go falling in love with a guy like me.
No safety net. I got you.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Her Free Movies channel.
Every relationship is a story.
You asked me out, and I said yes.
I've never felt so connected to anyone before.
Adam wanted me to give you this.
Charlotte,
Hi.
let's go on a trip.
Okay, where are we going?
You are my perfect right now.
You're crazy.
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
All right, Leanne Barrett trying to make it 2 in a row. She really had a good grip on last week's match, and then she faltered in the ninth frame. Look at that messenger pin. Big smile. I love her smile. It is just so energetic when she lets it out.
Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of this. This ball hit about half pocket. Head pin off the wall, right there, bouncing back, and watch it roll. Now, for the most part this week, it's dropped off the back, but this one didn't, took out the 10.
She had the 7 and the 10 standing at one point. Much more direct line through the nose. Again, breaks up the split.
She breaks up quite a few splits, and I think part of that is her ball speed. She has pretty good ball speed. A lot of players, you know, speed knocks down pins, so does angle into the pocket, rotation, all of it. So there's a lot of different ways to knock down pins.
Does not look like a rookie career television average there. 248 this lady has averaged in her 2 television appearances.
And she changed balls to shoot the left side spare.
Before we get too far in this match, I'd like to let the bowling public out there know there's been a devastating fire at the production plant of the Columbia 300 Industries bowling ball factory in San Antonio, Texas. The production plant itself was totally destroyed, but the offices are all still intact.
Yeah, it's reported that there was 1 serious injury, but an unknown number of other injuries.
And they've definitely closed off the immediate area. They've evacuated it because of the threat of the hazardous materials in the air. So,
we'll try to keep you updated if we get any more information during the telecast. And our prayers go out to anyone who is injured and hope everyone will be okay.
Absolutely. Columbia, big leader in the bowling industry. Leanne Barrett right now working on 2 strikes in a row with a 10-pin lead. 2-time player of the year.
1990 and 91. Been a little struggle since then, but she's back on top of her game right now.
And coming to you from ESPN, it's the NASCAR Mountain Dew Southern 500. Will Jeff Gordon do it again? The defending champion is one of this year's top 5 drivers. Find out this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific.
And Leanne really spreading that index finger, tucking her pinky, trying to get the most rotation she can.
She's been working a lot on her game. Another player that you'd think had it all at one point in time, and they have to make changes as the technology takes over the industry as bowling changes.
Equipment has caused a lot of players to change. The different lane conditioning that's done nowadays, the different oils that are used, it's caused a lot of players to have to work and change their games.
So just when you think you have it all. Lady yelling set, almost identical to the last shot on lane 12. This time, however, she not only knocks out the 6, she also knocks out the 7, leaves herself with just a 4-pin.
Again, going to change balls. Plastic ball to throw straight at it. This lane may be breaking down a little bit for her, lane 12 right now. I'm sure she'll make a move after the next shot. The first time she may say, hey, it was just me, but after 2 in a row with the same exact reaction, I think you have to move.
Now, being on Team USA, she had the opportunity, Jan, to work with a lot of the Team USA coaches. Did anybody else play an important factor in her bowling career?
Well, her father was really her coach, Marion Bishop. She credits him for most of her success. She also, of course, worked with Fred Borden, and as you mentioned, several of the coaches there. But he started her, and he's the one who's coached her all the way through. She wanted to thank him for everything he's done for her.
And the 6-pin just sits in the channel. And you mentioned him. There he is. Marianne and Laura Bishop. His parents were able to come in for the event. Have they been here all week?
I haven't seen them throughout the week. They just came in for the telecast.
Great. They did just get here, and what a great way to support their daughter. Leanne, I know, was devastated after missing that 4-pin last week in the 9th frame. Said it really affected her shot in the 10th. What would she do to make anything different tonight?
Well, she did say she'd take a little more time. If she had to make a critical shot this week, she would take time and regroup and make sure she was ready for that shot. I think she rushed into it after missing the spare. She should have regrouped, taken a little more time, and obviously regrets that now. But you learn from your mistakes.
And it really did cost her the match last week. Lisa Bishop right now trailing. We'll see. She loves to come from behind. See if she can do so in this match. Well, she made the adjustment.
She did. Sent the ball farther right. Actually, looks like hit one of those strips of conditioner. Appeared to be pretty strippy out there this week, and the ball just slid. Did not ever break toward the pocket till the last minute.
Well, normally we'd go to commercial at this point. However, we do want to continue on, bring you Leanne Barrett's continued scoring race here. See if she can shoot 300 for the fans out there. It was done earlier this year. Michelle Feldman shot the first 300 ever on television by a woman.
That was in Danville, Virginia. Now, Lisa Bishop, you know, they showed earlier 10 cashes, I believe. She did miss 2 events this year, and she wanted to make sure she thanked Tri Rehab in Dearborn, Michigan. They worked with her. She sprained her ankle out here, stepping out of the truck. She actually tore some of the small tissue, and they told her 4 to 6 weeks. Well, Tri Rehab got her back out here bowling in 2 weeks.
That's incredible, because when you sprain, and it was her sliding foot.
Slide foot,
yeah,
right.
When you sprained your sliding foot, if you think about it, how much pressure as you're actually sliding, that puts on that ankle.
She wanted to credit Tammy Eisworth, also another touring player, for helping her through the rehab process.
97 average, 200 even, over 382 games. A few more than your normal league that you might bowl. And Lisa Bishop continues to spare, but this lady right here, Leanne Barrett, has a 54-pin lead, the first 6 in a row.
.211 average this year.
A lot more games. And she has number 7. Did you hear that? Leanne heard it.
Something.
And it's Major League Soccer. San Jose Clash versus the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars this Friday at 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. See all the great stars.
.64-pin lead through 7 frames. More importantly, all strikes for Leanne Barrett.
Oh, and she not only tripped the 4 and the 7, but she tripped the 4, 7, 10.
And that's that break that every player needs in the middle of a 300 game. Right now, Lisa Bishop, she's just going to try to strike. I mean, it's pretty much over, but she's going to try to do the best she can. That's all she hoped for tonight.
Well, what can you do? I mean, she could go off the sheet for 226. She's thrown some good shots. Really, lane 12 started to give her a little bit of a problem there. She makes the adjustment now. She flushes the pocket there. But it's difficult to beat your opponent when they come out and throw the first 8.
And she raised her arm in victory, though. She was happy that she lined lane 12 up.
Special night for this lady, too. Leanne Barrett, boy, being an Ebonite Pro Staff member. And we are at Ebonite Galaxy Lanes for the Lady Ebonite Open. Oh, that would be pretty special to shoot a 300 during that event. Maybe a little extra incentive money there for her.
That'd be about as good as you could ask for to shoot a 300 right at that point. All of Ebonite people around. Bill Supper here.
One better. Do it for the title.
Well, that means she'd have to do it again.
And I tell you, when she goes through the nose, it's not pretty.
We call it artwork.
What a mess.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10.
But it is makeable.
She's going to go for it, I will bet.
Unfortunately for Leanne Barrett, that will not cost her the match at this point. This cost her a possible 300 game, but that's not a problem at this point. Well, we will be back with more action here at the Lady Ebonite Open. It's been exciting so far. Don't go away.
$10,000.
I'm the one that's trying to hold this family together.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Black Cinema channel.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I have never wanted anyone more.
You don't want to go falling in love with a guy like me.
No safety net. I got you.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Her Free Movies channel.
3-4 million at least. You know what we can do with that kind of money?
We're not going to rob the money train.
Why not?
Because we're cops.
Can't stop this thing even if we wanted to.
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
Bobby Rayburn was San Francisco's brightest star. But to one fan, he meant so much more.
I just stopped caring, man.
Now do you care?
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
Some people think they can push you around, but it's only true if you let it be.
I don't want you to get hurt.
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
And Leanne Barrett now up in the 10th frame. 74-pin lead. There she is right now, 233 in the 9th. She can shoot 263. I did say earlier that I thought 235 would be good enough to win, but it wouldn't have been in this case.
No, not in this match.
And this lady can bowl up through 8 frames last week and again this week. She needs to get through all 10.
Well, that's, I guess, if you're going to strike the first 8, that's the best way to do it.
Absolutely. At least to does not cost her this game at this point in time. Lisa Bishops will be settling for 4th place. Nice check for $3,000. Again, a good showing on TV. This will definitely put her in the top position for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I would say she's the top contender at this point. It's unusual for a rookie, to make TV or even to win a title is pretty good in your rookie year.
Tammy Turner, I believe, was the last rookie to actually win a title in her rookie year. Leanne Barrett finishes out with 241.
You know, Lisa, I want to mention real quick that we talked about her degree and her education being important. She got a lot of her scholarship money through bowling. $27,000 in scholarship money she earned in bowling. So if you're out there and you want to pursue bowling, take a look, call ABC, WIBC, find out where you can get scholarship.
That's incredible. $27,000. Wow. I know I did recently the National Family Tournament for the Bowling Proprietors Association of America, and scholarship award money was given in that event. And you're right, there are a number of various tournaments out there that do award scholarship money. So good point, Jan. Pay for your education through bowling. Lisa Bishop, nice clean game. Very respectable. Finishes out with 205. Final score 241 to 205. We'll be back with Columbia's other finishers after this. 65-pin lead here in the 6th frame. Nikki Giannoulias working on 4 strikes in a row after an open frame in the 1st frame.
There's a little more hold on lane 12. We saw the same thing with Carol Giannotti block. Lane 11 hooking a little bit harder in the middle.
It was surprising Nikki could actually concentrate on bowling this week, Jan, for all the motorhome problems that she experienced.
Yeah, motorhome's been a struggle for her. She had, the headlight out, air shock problems. She wanted to thank Al Bennett, Nina Bennett's father, player out here, and he did a lot of work for her, but now she's having generator problems. It's not always easy.
Life on the tour. She was funny. She said today she was supposed to take the motorhome into Nashville and have it serviced, and she says, I just don't think I'm going to do it. I have a long drive, though. They do up to Long Island, New York.
Almost 1,000 miles. We have to go after this. Watch this release. Watch her follow through. Winds up to the right side of her face, straight up. Now watch her spare shot. Watch the follow through. To the left. Look at that. That's how she's killing her shot. People do it a lot of different ways. She comes over the top of the ball to kill the shot. Instead of staying behind and flat end over end, she kind of comes over the top. It's something I've noticed this year that Nikki's been doing, and it's been working. She's been shooting all of her spares.
That's interesting. That would be hard for an amateur actually to try, because if you come over the top of the ball, you're going to probably either pull it left or send it into a deep spin, I guess.
Right.
Interesting.
But she's been very successful at it. And again, another point to the fact, do what you do best. Even on the 10-pin, notice that?
Exactly.
Even throwing the ball right, she's following through left.
Almost as if she's going to grab her left ear there. Well, Leanne Barrett right now is 74 in the 6th frame. Can shoot 224. See, she won earlier this year, 97. Finally turning things around for herself. And we saw the graphic earlier. She did make 4 television appearances in 97. That's the most appearances she's made in a couple of years. And I think that's where she is feeling a lot more comfortable, too.
Oh, yeah, and she's told us she's very happy with her equipment now. She likes what she has and the variety she has. They work good for her. She had a little bit of trouble with the hard snapping balls, as a lot of the players that hook the ball a lot. They had to try to tame it down a little bit.
Well, there's still a chance for Leanne to come back here, even though she trails by 63, Jan. If she strikes out, she shoots 224. Nikki Giannoulias would still have to double somewhere in the 8th, 9th, and 10th.
That's right. If Leanne can get it back together here.
This has been her trouble lane, and she catches it. You bet. Here in the 8th frame, she has a double.
That ball was off her hand early. Beautiful, clean release. All the way out to about the 6th, 7th board. Great roll on that ball. Look at the follow-through.
Now, the key is she will have to finish on that lane, and I love the little clap for herself. You bet. She finally hit it. She has struggled either through the nose or light. $2.99 this week. Do you know what she left?
I didn't see that game.
Yeah. You're busy bowling yourself. And there's one. Lunches in the 8th frame.
And Nikki's found she can go to a lot stronger equipment now than she could in the past with the changes in her game, because she's able to get through the heads, and so she's able to use something that is stronger. Before, she had to use weaker equipment, and she wasn't quite getting the carry. She's also gone down to 15 pounds, and she said that has helped her carry a lot. She wanted more deflection. We've talked about that. I think we talked last week about it. The 16-pound bowling balls with the reactive resin cover stock oftentimes driving too hard through the pocket.
Absolutely. Many players now dropping the weight of the ball, looking for that added deflection, so they don't leave so many 9 pins. Nice, smooth delivery. Flush in the pocket. And I said she needed a double, and that was the double. So Leanne strikes out. She at least does force Nikki to mark in the 10th.
That's really hard spread index finger there. Leanne continues to strike. Best she could actually shoot really is 194.
Right, I was giving her an extra frame there. I was saying she was figuring that she had 74 in the 5th, which would have allowed her to shoot 224. But no, at this point she can only shoot 194. I was trying to give her a little chance here. Give her an extra frame.
She's talking to herself, and she's realizing what she was doing wrong.
A little too late, however, because Nikki Giannulli is shooting now at a 220 pace. Will advance. And once again, it will be a match. There were a couple close matches last night. Matter of fact, a tie between Marianne Drupo and Nikki Giannoulias early on in the evening. And then again in the position round, where Marianne shot 279 to take over the top seed position from Nikki G in the last game. So this should be an exciting one coming up. And taking a look at some of the stats this week. Size of field, 56. Average to make match play, just under 200.
Average to make the show, 213.
And I mentioned Marianne Drupo in the opening, led 5 out of 6 rounds. Just dropped off to Nikki Giannoulias there in the 4th.
Boy, she had it all that first game. And
she did after shooting 241, first 8 strike. Comes back with a 172, and that is not enough to beat this lady right here, Nikki Giannoulias. Leanne Barrett finishes 3rd, takes home check for $3,800. Actually won't take it home yet. She's going to take it to New York with her.
Fine job here, though, at the Ebonite tournament. It's always maybe a little added pressure and incentive to bowl well when it's your company's event. Nikki leaves a 10 pin in the 10th, but it really is irrelevant at this point. She's going to shoot her spare here. You get one more look at that follow-through on the spares.
Now, is she spare using her fill ball? Will she do anything differently for her fill ball as far as maybe trying something new?
She may try and see how much area she might have to her right, but she's really lined up into the pocket. I don't think she wants to change anything.
Nikki Giannoulias, you see her all wrapped up, all her arm gear, her fingers wrapped up, things like that. She said just basically for preventive measures, nothing hurt. She looks good, feeling good.
And she did, sent the ball to the right, testing her area.
Yeah, checking out the lane. Well, Nikki Giannoulias finishes out with 221. Leanne Barrett 172. We'll be back with championship frame right after this.
My name is James Jackson Dial. I was trained in target elimination. It's gonna be chaotic real quick.
Go, go, go.
Now streaming on the Free Movies page, only on Zumo Play.
Bobby Rayburn was San Francisco's brightest star. But to one fan, he meant so much more.
I just stopped caring, man.
Now do you care?
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
The ninth, really just needing to stay clean. Threw this like she did most of them that game, straight up about the ninth board, flush.
And it's Lisa Bishop over Carol Giannotti by almost 50 pins. Moving on to match number 2. Leanne Barrett was trying to become the second woman to shoot 300 on TV.
First 8 strikes, this is the ninth. She's trying to thrill the crowd. Oh.
Didn't matter at that point as Leanne Barrett defeated Lisa Bishop 241 to 205 and advanced to the semifinal match. After an opening in the first, it was Nikki Giannoulias working on a 3-bagger.
Well, she really got it together after that and continued to pound the pocket throughout the rest of the match. They all looked like this. Beautiful shot.
Well, it was Nikki in the semifinal in another 50-pin spread. 221 over Leanne Barrett's 172. A lot is at stake for both of these ladies. Will Marianne DeRupo put herself in the running for Bowler of the Year, or will Nikki Giannoulias finally break a 5-year winless streak? The championship match when we come back. And we're back at the championship match here at the Lady Ebonite Open. The Ebonite Galaxy lanes in Columbia, Tennessee. Nikki Giannoulias advancing now to take on Marianne DeRupo. And a lane breakdown, Jan?
3 strikes, both lanes. She had the one open on lane 11, but she's really lined up, and that was the first frame. After that, she was in the pocket on both lanes. We talked about that match between the two of them where they tied. Nikki chopped the 610. Marianne struck out. That was the game right after Nikki's 827 series. And I think that really turned the momentum when Marianne struck out to tie her that match, because Nikki had just taken over the lead, and that really turned things around. I think had Nikki won that match, we might have seen a different top seed.
Well, she had the top seed, actually, top position going into the position round, but you're right. I think it gave Marianne DeRupo a lot of momentum. She came out, shot 279 in that position round game. Boy, a lot riding on this match. Nikki Giannoulias, it's been 5 years for her.
You know, I was going to say, Marianne really honestly has to feel for her. I mean, of course, Marianne wants to win, but we talked about, 12 shows, and it had only been 2 years. Imagine 5 years without a title.
That's right, and we really have not gone through and computed out how many shows Nikki has made in those 5 years where she has not won. One was this year. She finished second earlier this year.
In Ashland, Kentucky.
And I believe she was the top seed there. Marianne coming up high.
leaving the 3-6. And we've seen almost every player come up high on their opening shot.
Why is that, Jen?
You know, they sat for a while and we did some things, championship frame and things, and sometimes you just get a little bit slow, maybe swell up a little bit, don't get out too clean.
Another big TV pair average. Marianne Drupo from Sukasana, New Jersey.
She's changing balls to shoot the spare.
5 years on tour, 5 national titles.
Marianne, very compact style, 4-step approach. Watch her footwork. Small steps. The first opening step's big, then 2 smaller steps right there, pushing into a long slide. Great finish position. All the ladies on the telecast today with a good finish position. And Marianne stops quite a ways back from the foul line, but she's always done that. She's comfortable with that, and there is no risk of fouling that way.
Marianne said she went through a lot of equipment this week. About 10 balls. She said she used them all.
And this really was not one of them she used throughout the week. She told me right before the telecast that she had to use different equipment tonight than she had been able to use earlier in the week.
I've noticed she is becoming very versatile. I mean, for a player, she reminds me a lot of Jeannie Nacarado, who used to do that a lot, was one of the best at being able to just pick up different balls immediately, use one ball, one lane, one on another, no problem, move to the pair, did the same thing. Really knew her equipment, and I think Marianne is trying to really get to that point, and actually has gotten to that point now. Nikki Giannoulias with a strike in the second frame. Ties the match.
Nikki wanted to thank, we mentioned the changes she had made that Nikki was making. Marianne looking on right there. She wanted to thank John Jowdy. He helped her quite a bit. And Eddie Veltri, he was actually her eyes, she said. She knew what she wanted to do, but he was the one who was able to tell her if, in fact, she was doing it or not.
She took the whole summer off last year.
In 96, right?
To actually get it back together. She said it was just too difficult to be out here making the changes and trying to compete. Took the whole summer off, came back, felt good in the fall, and then it's carried over through into this year.
Watch her balance arm. Watch how she drops it back here at the very last minute. There she goes. That is something she did to try to straighten herself up and close her body down. She held that back, all the way back throughout the approach. Now she's gotten to where she just drops it at the last minute. Unfortunately, closed herself down a little too much on that shot.
Well, she said this week, though, the lanes played as if you could open up a little bit more and get away with it. So there was area to the right for the players, and that probably made her that much more comfortable to be able to do something she is used to doing.
Almost a 212 average this year. She's ranking amongst the top in averages right now, actually in 7th.
And that has been a big turnaround. Last year, she did not rank in the top 25 in either of the money categories or the point categories. And there's Bill Supper on hand, the vice president of Ebonite International. Good work, Bill, there. I know you've been on a great fitness program, losing a lot of weight. I laughed as he walked in the bowl and said, hey, can't order a salad, no low-fat dressing here. Yeah. Fire them.
He looks great. He's done a lot for women's bowling. Great supporter of the tour.
Last out the 10-pin. Well, she takes an early lead in this match with a double in the third. And she is apparently asking for a re-rack.
If you'd like to come out and bowl with any of these ladies, there are still openings for next week's Pro-Am, Sunday, August 31st, and it's at Sports Plus Bowl in Lake Grove, New York. You can contact the center at 516-737-8881. Sign up and join us.
That's right. You know, a lot of people always feel that they're bowling against the pros in these Pro-Ams, and you know what? That's not the case. You actually are bowling with the pros. They are your partners, so don't be afraid. Come out. The ladies are, a lot of fun to bowl with, very personable, and have a chance to meet and talk to them on a one-on-one level. Hey, you might get some pointers for your game, too. They're usually pretty good about giving a little direction. Meanwhile, Marianne has not only re-racked once, Jan, she re-racked twice.
That's her 2 re-racks for this match, which if she would want any more, she'd have to go to Rick Ramsey, our tournament director, and he would have to grant that re-rack.
Well, we'll see if it pays off. And apparently it does. And look at Brian Purcell, the technical coordinator for Ebonite International. Brian, also very instrumental in working with Leanne Barrett, I believe.
That's right. Leanne mentioned he's the one who told her how to play this condition. You know, if you're a proprietor sitting at home also, and you would like to host a tournament, regional or national, contact the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour in Rockford, Illinois. It's 815-332-5756.
That's right. Plenty of opportunities to have these ladies visit your center. Nikki Giannulli is coming up light and does so. And Randy, I'm going to mispronounce it, Stoughton, Ebonite Southeastern District Sales Manager. And Randy, I apologize. I should know that. I just always called you by your first name.
Who is this man?
The FBI is withholding the identity of the assassin who fled captivity last night in a daring escape.
America's Most Wanted.
Streaming free all month long, only on Zumo Play.
I got a tip about the potential whereabouts of a notoriously unidentified mystery writer. J.L. Warrington? I want you on the story. You grew up around Lookout Lake, didn't you? I haven't been back there in years. Ow!
I can't help.
Tyler.
What are you doing here? So am I talking to the real Sierra Rayburn, or am I talking to Sierra on the scene?
Oh, I see you read my column. I have to figure out who this Warrington person is ASAP.
You know what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover, right?
All I want is you.
My name is James Jackson Dial. I was trained in target elimination. Just want to be chaotic real quick.
Go, go, go.
Now streaming on the free movies page, only on Zumo Play.
You're crazy.
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
What do they see, Jan, here now? Nikki's taking a re-rack. Is this something that they really see something, or trying to get some time?
From the angle we're at, I can't see anything. This rack looks good. I just saw that last run at the last second.
You mentioned the phone number, Jan. There it is on the screen. Get your pen and paper out. 815-332-5756.
Or if you want information on tournaments, anything you need regarding the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour, give them a call.
Also, the Adopt a Pro fan club is available through that number. And Nikki Giannulli gets a double of her own as she cuts down Marianne's lead to just 10 pins.
There actually is another number you can call directly for the Adopt a Pro if you'd like to purchase it, 940-529-6272. $22, including postage and handling.
Marianne DeRupo, 20 wins.
11. Right, and one tie. That would be against Nikki. If we'd see a tie tonight, we'd have a 9th and 10th frame roll-off.
And Marianne DeRupo continues to strike here. And she increases her lead again to 20 pins.
Very high backswing. Marianne throwing hard all week, out to about the 6th board, ball finishing hard. A lot of back-end reaction for Marianne.
Marianne has never won, Jan, from the number 1 position.
Right, she's 0-3. However, last week she was 0-5 from number 2 before she bowled. she wound up winning, obviously. 279 twice this week.
Whoa, that was a little right.
That ball right off of her hand. Never got into a roll, actually hit another strip of conditioner, and it wasn't coming back. She's going to try to convert this. Looks like she's picked up her spare ball. Going to hit the left side of the head pin. Try to slide it over into the 10.
Championship match. The action is heating up. Don't go away. We'll bring you the rest of this match when we come back. Marianne Drupo just struck there in the 7th. Nikki Giannulli struck in the 6th. Left a 10-pin in the 7th and spared. Actually, I take that back. She did not leave a 10-pin. She went through the nose a little bit.
Yeah, but she ended up leaving a 10-pin. Okay. She was fortunate, though, to leave just the 10-pin. It was a high hit.
Double. And I might add that Nikki Giannulli now up in the 8th. Career earnings of over $548,000. I was going to say she did ask for a re-rack in the 7th frame. It was denied to her. I don't know if that shook her up a little bit, Jan.
I don't know. She already had 2 re-wrecks this game. That's our rule. After that, Rick Ramsey needs to approve it. He denied it. He didn't see anything wrong with the wreck. So it could have shaken her up a little bit. And I'm told he checked with the mechanic in the back to check the spotting on the pins, and was told they were fine.
Yep. Nikki Giannulli bounces back, now in the 8th frame with a strike. You can see Marianne Drupo with a double in the 7th and 8th. Nikki Giannulli strikes in the 8th, still trails by 18 pins. Big shot here in the 9th frame. This is the closest match we've had all night. And again, this woman right here can possibly win tonight for the first time in 5 years. I think we'd see some tears there.
I think so.
Boy, and it's amazing. After 19 years on tour and 18 national titles, 64th career television appearance. Look at that, 54 wins, 50 losses. Oh, what a shot that was. Beautiful. She looks determined, Jan.
Shades of the old Nikki Giannulli. Look at this shot. Setting it down, actually crossing between 3rd and 4th arrow there at the arrows. Dead flush. Come on. She was almost down on her knees begging for that one to carry.
Well, Marianne Drupo with an 8-pin lead can shoot 267.
And coming up light, she could have shut out Nikki Giannulli in the 9th and 10th. She sends it right, way right. Look at that, about the 3rd board. And that ball almost got back.
Is that possibly being a little quick, Jan, or just...
Sometimes feet get a little quick, ball's a little bit late. You tend to send it right.
The adrenaline pumping up there, really wanting to close the door on her opponent.
In her spare ball.
Great spare conversion. Well, could a win tonight put Marianne in the Bowler of the Year race? She thinks so.
I think if I win tonight, I'm up for a Bowler of the Year. Yes, I won a major earlier last week. Liz Johnson has 3 titles this year, but none of them a major. Wendy has a few titles, but one of them being a double. So hopefully this win will help ignite me for Bowler of the Year.
Look at the scoreboard here. In the 9th frame, Marianne Drupo still with a 5-pin lead.
But she cannot shut out Nikki Giannulli. Best she can shoot is 244. Nikki, because she's working on a double, can still shoot 249.
Oh, packed 9-pin. And that's what we talked about, that continuing driving force of the reactive resin balls, Jan.
And Marianne does throw 15 pounds, so it's not because of the heaviness of the ball, but look at it drive through.
Whew. That 9-pin didn't even shake.
The ball does not deflect and doesn't take out the 9.
Trying to win back-to-back titles. Having a stone 9-pin show up right in the 10th frame. Not what you'd hope to see.
No. With the spare here, she will force Nikki to strike on her first ball in the 10th.
Well, that's probably just the opportunity that Nikki won. Look at that. Nikki's getting even a little excited.
She maybe did not even realize it was the 10th frame at that point.
Right. Is she a player that normally does not look at the scoreboard?
Oh, well, my observation, I've seen her look at the scoreboard before, but maybe just a little bit anxious at this point.
That's right. Nikki Giannulli is shooting at a 220 pace right now. Does need the first strike in the 10th. She basically holds her own destiny in her hands right now. A lot of pin count. Secures that position. Marianne Drupo finishes out with a clean 232.
Well, this is the shot of 5 years of hard work, game-changing, and about everything a person can do to remain competitive. Needs a strike and 4 pins.
Normally takes a little extra time anyway.
Destiny.
Absolutely. Oh my.
Oh my God. Left of target all the way from the beginning. Barely right of the head pin. Look at that.
The 3, 6, and 10 all fall to the right. At that point, it doesn't matter. It all looks the same on paper. You know, exactly what you said. It's density, destiny, density, destiny. She just needs 4 pins to wrap it up. Wow. I mean, what does Marianne Drupo say after that? She leaves the 9 pin. You know, you just have to go, it was not meant to be.
There's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, Nikki Giannulli is the winner.
This is about to get hot in here.
Celebrate Black creators, stories, and talent with a curated collection of movies, TV shows, and channels on Zumo Play. Laugh out loud with your favorite comedies. Get swept up in powerful stories.
I love your daughter.
Connect with unforgettable characters.
You know, this job can be hazardous to your health.
And honor visionary Black creators that shape generations. Black voices, Black stories. Now streaming free on Zumo Play.
This is about to get hot in here.
Celebrate Black creators, stories, and talent with a curated collection of movies, TV shows, and channels on Zumo Play. Laugh out loud with your favorite comedies. Get swept up in powerful stories.
I love your daughter.
Connect with unforgettable characters.
You know, this job can be hazardous to your health.
And honor visionary Black creators that shape generations. Black voices, Black stories. Now streaming free on Zumo Play.
This is about to get hot in here.
Celebrate Black creators, stories, and talent with a curated collection of movies, TV shows, and channels on Zumo Play. Laugh out loud with your favorite comedies. Get swept up in powerful stories.
I love your daughter.
Connect with unforgettable characters.
You know, this job can be hazardous to your health.
And honor visionary Black creators that shape generations. Black voices, Black stories. Now streaming free on Zumo Play.
Some people think they can push you around, but it's only true if you let it be.
I don't want you to get hurt.
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
Continuing now with team competition. In our first quarterfinal match, Team Sirius was dominant in their win over Team Mercury, and Team Orion edged out Team Vega. This sets up our first semifinal between Team Sirius and Team Comets. And let's see how this match unfolds. We do have Baker competition here, where each bowler bowls either 2 or 3 frames in the match. The first 2 bowlers in the lineup actually bowl the 9th and 10th frames, so they bowl 3 frames in the match. And it will be Gwendol Joliffe kicking things off for Team Comets on the left lane. We did see Gwendol